Welcome to this talk on physical education and sport in the national curriculum. As in earlier talks, the slides can be paused or moved manually. It was with a mixture of relief and apprehension that physical education teachers greeted the news that PE was to be included in the national curriculum. Relief because it implied that PE was an important subject and that its place on the timetable was guaranteed. Apprehension because it might be too prescriptive and limit what each school wanted to teach. The working party to create the first PE curriculum was led by the headmaster of Harrow, with the heads of two major PE university schools as his lieutenants. The large working party, all named, consulted widely and deliberated long. Everyone who wanted to contribute could. The names of those who worked on later versions were never disclosed, nor did any later group consult so widely. All later versions evolved from this first one. The first national curriculum for PE had a bold purpose. Not only was PE unique as a subject, it also contributed to many other areas of the school curriculum. The working party pleaded for PE to join English, mathematics and science in the core curriculum as one of the most vital subjects. Core curriculum status would guarantee a firm place in the timetable for all pupils, a place that could not be eroded by heads seeking more time for other subjects. Core subjects also received better funding, better staff development, and more rigorous inspecting. Core status was denied and has never been granted. PE joined all the other left-out subjects as a foundation subject. Its future depended on head teachers. The first curriculum was very specific, 76 pages. Note the three aims. They will change as we move forward. Here, all three aims are physical, the unique aspect of physical education. There were three attainment targets: planning and composing, participating and performing, appreciating and evaluating. There were 30 assessment levels from early years through the key stages. I will concentrate on key stage 3 and above. There were 6 areas of the curriculum, or programs of study. No time was guaranteed. That was left for each school to decide. Extracurricular sport was recommended, but again, it was left to each school to decide. Political pressure comes in after only 2 years. It won't be the last intervention. From now on, every national curriculum will be compared to its predecessor. Although the stated purpose of PE remained holistic, in practice it was now a collection of 6 physical activities, athletics to swimming. The core status aspiration has gone. Taking part in physical activities is now the main aim. The taking part is an end in itself. There is no need for a reason to take part. This reflects John Major's love of cricket and other team games. And note that the third aim is not physical. Music, art, drama and so on could do that just as well. This is the start of PE for social control. Attainment targets are down from 3 to 1. Assessment levels are down from 30 to 4. And there are cuts in what should be taught at key stages 3 and 4. Extracurricular sport has been forgotten. Three years later. No purpose for PE is mentioned, but there is a change of tack. Physical activity per se is still important, but healthy lifestyles joins it as a second desired outcome. The national curriculum is shrunk from 84 pages to just 12. The aims remain the same. There is little change in content, but with 84 pages down to 12, there is less prescription, more leaving matters to teachers. No time allocation for PE is mentioned. No extracurricular sport is mentioned. A Labour government is now in power. How will that affect PE? The new curriculum is much more specific about what PE can achieve for every pupil. But is it backed up by aims and content? The answer is yes, and there is an expansion from 12 to 42 pages. And all three aims are physical, aims that only PE can realize. Attainment levels are up from 4 to 9. 2 hours of PE a week is a recommendation, but to include extracurricular sport. But it is not mandatory. Heads must decide, yes or no. That is the sole mention of after-school activities. Everything else stays the same. There is an 8-year gap. Labour is still in power. The purpose of PE is much the same as its predecessor. The belief that PE can contribute to a holistic schooling returns. So too does a conviction that PE can have a role in social control. There is no prescribed content of the curriculum for key stages 3 and 4. Teachers can decide which from athletics to swimming is taught in their school. The commitment to 2 hours of PE has gone. Heads of PE now have to fight for a space in the timetable. The Conservatives are back in power, with support from the Liberal Democrats. Now, the prime purpose of PE is to support competitive sports. This is part of the commitment to sport following the London Olympic Games of the previous year, the Olympic legacy. Health and fitness are a secondary concern. There is a shrunk national curriculum for PE, again, and the aims support the purpose to play sport. Everyone must play games. Plus, there is an encouragement for outdoor activities, the first since 1990. But there is still no mention of time allocation, nor of extracurricular sport. 8 years on from 2013, this is the national curriculum that applies today. Most independent schools advertise that they follow the national curriculum as a minimum and then add to it. Is that true for PE and sport in your school? In 1990, the national curriculum for PE was based on the needs of the individual pupil. In 2013, it was addressed to the needs of competitive sport. Does it have to be one or the other, or can it be both? Is there a middle way? What is the position in your school? A new NCPE is long overdue, 8 years and counting. This is the equal longest interval between new editions. When it comes, what will it bring? Boris Johnson is very keen on sport. Will he tilt the new national curriculum even more towards the needs of competitive sport? Will the new national curriculum look like this? Or has COVID changed the Prime Minister's priorities? Might Johnson's close call with death prompt a developmental, health-related, therapeutic brand of physical education to boost pupils' physical and emotional well-being? 2 commissions are looking into the place of physical education in the school curriculum. Both have independent school input. The first has reported. The second invites your contribution. Both are likely to exert influence on the next national curriculum for PE. Might then the next national curriculum look like this? Might there be a return to much that was in the original national curriculum for PE in 1990, and a commitment to a time allocation, and a commitment to a longer school day and extracurricular sport? The 2013 National Curriculum for Physical Education was compiled by a small group of 4 and a chairman, 2 from AFPE, 1 from Youth Sport Trust, and one university professor of PE. No one else was consulted. It was chaired by an Ofsted officer who ensured that the government got its way. Sport. Is that what you want to happen with the next national curriculum? To be told by the government what to teach and why? If not, do something about it. The Sunday Times is pressing for change. So too is the Observer. Thank you for listening.